to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. On the ground, it's Ball.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And the Buckeyes are on the move. Make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Finds his man. It's Paul. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
The hand to the running back. Breaks into the open. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the 1st drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
The Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give it to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
The Buckeyes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Makes the grab. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Touchdown, Buckeyes! First points of the day are on the board.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ezukama. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on first down. They get to him as he throws.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but, man, you got to protect. You got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field and make some big plays for this offense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll try the outside to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Oh, he wants it all. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
And there he goes. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. Quickly complete. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Not much of a secret who they were looking to, but doing something about it is a major problem.
It's so hard to stop on these third downs. You think about it, he can block, and then he can go deep. He can release, intermediate. The tight ends are so valuable in today's football, and especially in the red area. They find him, and they get the first down.
They'll move the tight end. The give to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down.
Set, ready.
They'll move the wide receiver. Back to the ground game on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
Military stun! Military stun!
Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Snags it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations. And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Give to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal. You don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. That Alabama offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer us. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
You know, it's too bad that wasn't a bomb down the field, because if it was, that would have been a highlight that everybody would have seen. Because that goes for very minimal yardage, no one will see it unless you were here live watching, but what a great catch.
The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Lets it go. Soft spot in the middle. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. He'll run it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. It's Hudson. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing...
He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Handoff from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. To the air, it's St. Clair. Here's a heat. Got it in the middle, it's Paul. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Leaves it with the running back. Fights off a defender. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Wants to throw on first down. He wants to take the top off. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, at this juncture of the game, obviously the offense has struggled. No points up on the board. You're at the end of the first half, and you're just trying to make something happen. That time the quarterback thought he had a guy open way down the field, but again, the defense in perfect position, and that thing falls incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll try the run.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Sends it downfield. Touchdown, Alabama! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Paul. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Quick completion on the out. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Takes a hit as he fires.
So after that incompletion, fourth down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense. And this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They go to the end around to start the drive. That'll get them thinking. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And if this offense wants to get back in this football game, I think they're going to see a lot of this. Defense playing a little bit more zone, conservative, great eyes on the quarterback, breaking on the football, batting the ball down. They're going to force you to throw the football down the field.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Washington. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but not able to come away with the completion.
Hunt is on its way. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Big fullback Scott. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Oh, I love when you give the fullback the ball. It's kind of a dying breed. It's been taken out of most offenses. But I like when you reward him for all the unselfish plays he has to have throughout a game.
And you know what I like to see? The evolution in football. Fullbacks become a bit of a dying breed. Now you're starting to see a few sneak back in here and there.
It's crazy. Football's cyclical, right? The moment somebody does something else, you go the other direction, and just always changing.
Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss. Sometimes you try to fool the defense with the fullback. Not fooled there.
Well, you better block for it. Goodness gracious, that's supposed to be a quick hitter, get me a few short yards, and there was nowhere to hit it. They just got hit in the backfield and brought the big fella down quickly.
The Buckeyes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. It'll be a 1st down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Makes the catch. It's Graham. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's Paul. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Paul. At the 45, on his way. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Going to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Grabbed over the middle, it's Roberts. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
He's got great speed. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Russell. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
To the air, it's Washington. A shot for the end zone. It's picked up. Grabbed it off the deflection. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick, and guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Roberts.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw at St. Clair. It's complete to the left. Can't get him to the ground. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Looking for space. It's Ball. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That is a big man in the middle of this 3-4 defense. Over 300 pounds. Look at him just completely cave in the center, right back into the QB.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Hines is back in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up 4th.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments.
And when you're a quarterback, you have to sell pass. You have to get your eyes down the field, the ball in your hand like you're ready to throw the football. Now I quickly hand it to the running back. You could see it worked, and the running back did the rest. The defense was thinking pass all the way. What a nice game.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Trying play action. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Looking to pass. It's Washington. Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's Hudson. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
They've got the screen set up. There he goes. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. With the catch, it's Russell. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown tie.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down 1 late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's St. Clair. Right down the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run the reverse. He breaks a tackle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Biggest drive of the game coming up right now as this team tries to win it in regulation. Going with the ground game left. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
You got to call the game to win it right now. Less than a minute to go. A field goal is going to do it for you. Every time you drop back and throw the ball, you're risking taking a sack. So if you're going to throw it, the ball's got to come out quickly. But I think at this juncture, you'd love to be able to run and give your field goal kicker a chance.
They'll keep it on the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot.
You got to give this guy so much credit, man. It is so hard in practice to simulate the pressure that he just faced. Late in the game, seconds left on the clock, you have an opportunity to kick a field goal to put your team up late in the game, and he absolutely drilled it. What a moment for that young man.
put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Washington. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Here's a throw downfield late. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays through the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Using his legs to buy some time. At the 35, he's got room. He's out of bounds at the 47. Picks up the first down, and more importantly, the clock is stopped.
And when the clock's running down late in the ball game, every first down matters. Every second matters. Really good job by the quarterback. Dropping back to pass, scrambling around, getting the first down, and also getting out of bounds to save precious seconds as this one ticks down.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He wants a big play here late. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.